Well, guys, we are here. What's going on? GZTV back with another video, and I know it's probably unnecessary to really cover football this week because honestly, we're going to be talking in a second about the Jets and Bengals. That is the only interesting game that's really been happening this week. I would talk about my Green Bay Packers, and maybe I should, but I think they handled business. We're going to get rid of the jersey tradition just for the week, and hopefully during spooky season we can get into a close game and talk about the Packers. But I figured, talk about as least amount of games as possible so these videos can be as concise as possible, but it looks like, honestly, we're only going to have 2 games to talk about. We are back with an NFL recap. We are here with week 8. I do think at this point in the season, a lot of NFL teams are kind of building up their identities, figuring out who they want to be. They're taking care of business, and the winners are winning. I don't even know. The people who are supposed to win are winning the games, I suppose. I guess there were some upsets this week, but let's get into the Jets and Bengals, and if that Monday night game is good, we will talk about that tomorrow night. So getting into the Jets and the Bengals, the Jets turn a new stone here, man. They get their first win of the season. Breece Hall and Justin Fields helped the Jets beat out the Bengals barely by a point. It was looking like another loss for this team, but man, really good games for Justin Fields and Breece Hall. Justin Fields 21 for 32, 244 yards and a touchdown, and I had an opportunity to play him in fantasy, but instead my dumbass picked up Carson Wentz, who got dolly-whopped on fucking Thursday Night Football. So that is unfortunate, but I'm happy to see Justin Fields do good. I think I'll keep riding with Carson Wentz a little bit longer. I mean, it's kind of whatever. And obviously getting to the other end, Breece Hall, absolutely fantastic performance. 18 carries, 133 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Probably his best game all season. The winless start for the New York Jets took a toll on Justin Fields, as it would take a toll on anybody who has to experience this. At one point in the run-up to Sunday's game in Cincinnati, he found himself laying down in his closet and crying, apparently. Like, there were press conferences, Justin Fields was talking about it. Yeah, I mean, starting 0-7 is honestly hard to do, like how bad you have to be. But first win for Aaron Glenn as a coach. I still don't really like him as a coach, but this was a good game, which is why we are talking about it. Some trick plays here, I think that's what it's really going to take for guys like Aaron Glenn to get this team on its feet, is running trick plays. Hey, they can still have a winning season. They win, I think, 8 of their next, how many games? 9? Hey, it's possible. Breece Hall threw a winning touchdown pass to Mason Taylor. That's fun. I wish I watched this game a little bit more. I was locked in on content and going to the gym and stuff. Mason Taylor got a touchdown there. Breece Hall had a nice touchdown run, and again, looking as good as he's probably ever looked in his career. Samaje Perine took it to the house. He had a nice rush touchdown, and he played really well. Really efficient game for Samaje Perine. And it's not like the Bengals played bad. Obviously, this was a shootout. It was 39-38. But Perine, 9 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Really good stuff there. Chase Brown, I'm sure, he got into the end zone, so that's good, but he really hasn't done that much this year, which I'm sure fantasy owners are pretty frustrated with, but I guess he did this game. Joe Flacco honestly played pretty good. I think he's settling in pretty well in the starting QB position. 21 for 34, 223 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I think just the fact is the Jets just got the better of him this game. And shout out to Jamar Chase. He had 12 catches. He could have got down the field a little bit better, but still having the most receptions in the league. He gets open statistically more than any other receiver in the league. Tyler Johnson, I do believe for the Jets, he continues to be a really good target, and it sucks because Garrett Wilson was hurt this week, I think, but Tyler Johnson in that absence, 3 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown, really helping. Really good defense. Malachi Moore, Will McDonald, 2 really young, dope guys on that defense that are putting it together, so I can finally give the Jets some credit, and I'm happy to say that. Wow, guys, I can't believe I'm saying this, but that was the only game I'm going to be covering all week. The Chiefs and Washington, fuck, I'm not going to say that goddamn Skins, because that's not what they go by anymore, but that game just concluded, and literally, what a shit show. The refs are on the Chiefs side, and it's whatever. I don't really have to talk about that game, though. That's going to do it for the video, man. Again, no Packers game, not a very eventful week, but there was one close game. Like, obviously, if there were no close games, I would have found a way to kind of cover other games, but really, we might as well title this the Jets versus Bengals recap, because there were really no other, interesting football games. It was a very boring week of football, which is fine with me. We get a nice short little video and move on to the next week. I think that is perfectly fine. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Go check out the socials. I am going to add this on because I'm already going to start working right away at editing this, what seems to be like a 5-minute video. It's probably going to end up being a 3.5 to 4 minute video for you guys. Really appreciate any support you guys give me. I'm out.